Hello, I'm here to be your mock interviewer for this practice session. We'll go through some typical interview questions to help you prepare and refine your responses. Ready to get started?
Yes, I am ready.
Please note that this video call is being recorded for quality assurance, training, and development purposes.
Yes, I understand.
Hello, Ashish. Welcome to your interview session. I'll be conducting your technical round interview for the software developer role. This interview will be reviewed and evaluated, so please stay attentive and answer genuinely throughout. This will be about a 15 to 20-minute interview session. Let's get started. Could you please briefly introduce yourself and tell me about your background relevant to the software developer role?
First of all, thanking you for giving me this beautiful opportunity. Uh, I am an aspiring software developer currently pursuing my Bachelor of Technology in Computer Science and Engineering at Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Technical University. I have a strong knowledge of Java, data structure and algorithm, DSA, and web development, especially the MERN stack, MongoDB, Express.js, React, and Node.js. I am passionate about building scalable applications and solving real-world problems through coding. I have hands-on experience with projects like developing a voice-based assistant for hands-free searching and building a front-end clone of Netflix and Flipkart, focusing on UI features.
Great, Ashish. Your background in Java, data structures, algorithms, and the Marin stack is impressive. You also have experience with real world projects, which is valuable. Can you share more about your most recent project? What were the main challenges you faced and how did you address them?
Uh, My most recent project was developing a voice based assistant that helps users to search YouTube or Google using a natural speech. The main challenge was to accurately convert a in voice input into a text and then perform the correct search action without errors. To address this, I used speech recognitions APIs to capture and convert voice commands reliably. I focused on improving accessibility by making the experience fully hands-free, which required carefully handling of voice commands and responses. On other hands, if we are talking about challenges, was ensuring the assistant understood different accent and speech patterns. So I tested it with various users and refined the recognition logics.
Thank you for sharing that, Ashish. It sounds like an innovative project with a strong focus on accessibility and user experience. Handling different accents and ensuring accurate speech recognition are indeed significant challenges. Let's dive into some technical questions now. What is the difference between an array and a linked list?
The basic difference between the array and the linked list. The array is a collection of elements stored in a contiguous memory allocation, while a linked list is a collection of nodes where each node points to the next node.
That's correct, Ashish. Arrays have contiguous memory allocation, making it easier to access elements by index, but they have fixed size. Linked lists, on the other hand, allow for dynamic size and efficient insertions and deletions, but can have slower access times. Can you explain the fundamental concepts of object-oriented programming, OOP?
Definitely. Object oriented programming is a programming paradigm based on the concept of object, which are instance of classes. The four fundamental concepts of OOPs that are encapsulation, second is inheritance, third is polymorphism, and fourth one is abstraction.
Exactly, Ashish. These principles help in creating modular, reusable, and maintainable code. Encapsulation hides the internal state. Inheritance allows for a hierarchical relationship. Polymorphism enables one interface with multiple implementations. And abstraction focuses on essential characteristics. Next, let's discuss time complexity. What is time complexity and why is it important in algorithm design?
Uh, The time complexity is a way to measure how the running time of an algorithm changes as the size of the input grows. It helps to us understand the efficiency of an algorithm by estimating the number of basic operations it performs relative to input size. The time complexity is usually expressed by the big O notations.
Well explained, Ashish. Understanding time complexity is crucial for optimizing algorithms, especially when dealing with large data sets. Now, what is the difference between a stack and a queue?
The basic difference between the stack and queue is that stack is work on the LIFO and queue is the work on the FIFO. On other hand, I am explaining that a stack is a data structure that allows the last in first out principle, meaning the last element added is the first one to be removed. A queue is the data structure that follows the first in and first out principle, meaning that the first element added is the first one to be removed.
That's right, Ashish. Stacks and queues are fundamental data structures used in various algorithms and applications, with stacks being useful for recursive processing and backtracking, and queues for handling tasks in order. Let's talk about hash maps. Can you explain how a hash map works internally in Java?
uh, a hash map in a java A hash map in a Java stores the key value pairs and allows fast retrieval based on the key. Internally it uses an array of buckets where each bucket holds a linked list or balanced tree of entities, just like a key value pairs. Basically, if we are defined in a sort, hash map work on the key value pairs.
Exactly, Ashish. A hash map uses a hashing function to compute an index into an array of buckets or slots from which the desired value can be found. If there is a collision where two keys hash to the same index, the hash map uses a linked list or a balanced tree to store the colliding elements. Now let's discuss REST APIs. What are REST APIs and how do they work?
Hmm. REST is the REST abbreviation is representational state transfer. APIs are way for different software system to communicate over the internet using the standards HTTP method, just like hypertext transfer protocol. They follow a set of principles that make APIs simple, scalable, and stateless.
Well explained, Ashish. REST APIs use standard HTTP methods like GET, POST, PUT, and DELETE to perform CRUD operations and follow principles like statelessness, which helps in building scalable and maintainable web services. Finally, what is the difference between SQL and NoSQL databases?
The basic difference between the SQL and NoSQL, the SQL database are relational database that use structured query language to define and manipulate data. And on other hand, NoSQL is database are non-relational database and store data in various formats like key value, documents, column, and or graph.
That's correct, Ashish. SQL databases are typically used for structured data and complex queries, while NoSQL databases offer flexibility and scalability for unstructured or semi structured data. Do you have any other questions for me?
Yes, I would like to know more about the team I would be working with, uh, just like Wipro, Accenture, or any other company. Could you please share some details about the team structure and the technology they primarily use, and also what are the key project or challenges the team is currently focusing on today's market?
I'm here to conduct your interview. Let's focus on that. Is there anything else related to the technical aspects or skills that you'd like to discuss?
Okay, now my interview is done.
Great job, Ashish. Here are some quick observations. Your understanding of fundamental concepts like data structures, OOP, databases is solid, and you demonstrated a strong grasp of your projects and their challenges. Keep honing your problem solving skills and stay updated with current technologies. Our interview session is complete. You can exit by clicking the exit button. Good luck.
Thank you.